Hey guys, Mike here. So today's cult classic review is 1978's The Deer Hunter, starring Robert De Niro as Michael and Christopher Walken as Nick. In The Deer Hunter, a group of men from a small town enlist in the Vietnam War, and we see how the experience affects them during and after the war. And so we have The Deer Hunter. So guys, this is another movie that before reviewing it and watching it today, I had not seen it before. Though, for years, I've been hearing really good things about this movie. And the Russian roulette scenes have been parodied to death. And I was hoping that these parodies wouldn't ruin the effect of the original scene, but I'll get to the Russian roulette scenes a little later. First thing I want to talk about is the performances. So first of all, Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken are really good in this movie. I mean, obviously Robert De Niro is really good in this, but I think the outstanding performance is obviously Christopher Walken. And I was happy to see that he did get an Academy Award for his performance in this. I do like Christopher Walken as an actor, though I haven't really seen him in all that much. He's never really stood out to me, and I've never really seen the mass appeal of Christopher Walken. That was until I watched The Deer Hunter, and this is easily, without a doubt, his best role that he's ever given. And like I said, I was happy to see that he did win an Academy Award for this movie. Though something I kind of wasn't looking forward to with this one was seeing the runtime. The Deer Hunter clocks in at 3 hours and 3 minutes long, and I was thinking, if I don't enjoy this movie, this is going to be an absolute chore to watch. Thankfully, that wasn't the case, and I think they handled their time management really well. Because at the start of the movie, they spend nearly an hour introducing them all at this wedding where they're kind of establishing all their characters and their relationships with each other, which was completely fine. But then it goes from the scene when they're in a bar to pretty much them right in the middle of the Vietnam War, and I thought that was just really jarring. And then from there, they don't really establish them very long in Vietnam before they're captured, which again, for a movie that is over 3 hours long, I thought they were going to pace it out a little bit better. But still, despite that, once the movie kind of settled down a bit and kind of evened out its pacing a bit more, it continued to be interesting. But easily, the best scenes from this movie were the Russian roulette scenes. Like I said at the start of the review, I was really hoping that the constant parodies I've seen of these scenes in other forms of media would not ruin this scene, and that was definitely not the case. These scenes were brilliant. These scenes said so much about the characters, more than any other words could, and they were directed so brilliantly. And I just loved all the symbolism that you can bring out of these scenes. My personal favourite one is kind of saying that it doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are, how trained you are, in the end, life and death comes down to chance. And in the end, none of us have any control over that. I mean, I imagine everyone brings out their own personal meanings from these scenes. It's just how I thought I saw them. Though I did find that the movie really slowed down in the third act. And until the last 20 minutes of the movie, it doesn't really pick itself up again. And ultimately, I did think that the movie could have been a bit shorter. Though realistically, this extra runtime just gave us more time to experience what the characters went through during and after the war and how it affected them. And ultimately, that's a good thing in my book. So, would I consider The Deer Hunter a personal cult classic, and would I recommend you guys should watch it? Though I have said quite a lot of good things about this one, I wouldn't put it as a personal cult classic. Don't get me wrong, this movie is really good. I just don't think I enjoyed it as much as most people did. The story's really good, Christopher Walken is amazing in this movie, and I just love all the parallels and symbolism that you can bring from this one. It's just, I didn't really think I loved it as much as many other people did. Still, having said that though, I would definitely recommend that you guys should watch this one. This movie is a cinematic classic which everyone needs to see. It's aged fairly decently and it is definitely worth checking out. Okay guys, that's my cult classic review of The Deer Hunter. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Whatever you think, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!